Yo, yo, yo. This is Chris Blair. How you guys doing? I'm sitting out here enjoying the beautiful weather we're having here in Japan. Gonna let you in on a seriously massive, powerful method for discovering and finding winning products for drop shipping. I'm gonna wait here for a few minutes for people to get on. I'm really looking forward to this summer. I'm going to be spending almost the entire month of August in Malaysia. I'm headed to Malaysia at the end of July, and I'm going to be doing an event there at the end of August. Don't have any serious plans for the summer, so I thought, you know what? Why not? Last time I went to Malaysia, I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna go out there again early, even though I have the event coming up at the end of August. I'm going to spend an extra few weeks there just and hang out and see more of Malaysia. I'm going to travel around a little bit. Never been to Malaysia. I was really, really impressed. Love the title of this one. Thank you, Trevor. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking I thought about how to make the title. So thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Just out of curiosity, so do you guys, why did I like Malaysia? People want to know why I was at that. Well, first of all, it's not as strict as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be even more stricter than it was, but especially in the places where I went, where it was Kuala Lumpur and Langkawi, it's not as strict. I mean, I know that those are places where a lot of foreigners, more international. So you don't really. I didn't feel that it was that strict. The food was really, really good. Transportation's cheap. It's relatively clean. For a Southeast Asian country, I like the vibe, the international vibe there. I mean, it was really cool about Kel. You got about 30 to 40% people who are Malay Muslims, and then you've got 30% of the people who are, 20% of the people who are 20-30% who are Chinese descent, and then you've got another 20% or so who are Indian, and then you've got another 10 to 20% of the people who were just from all over different countries. I thought it was a really cool place, and I can't wait to go hang out there for a full month. So I'm really excited about going to Malaysia. I decided to take the excuse of the event at the end of August and just expand it into a month-long stay. I've already lined up a place to stay, and everything's all set. Okay, cool. So enough about Malaysia. I just decided that was just a little bit of a filler story to let people get online. Okay, so last year, at the Black Friday weekend, one of our students in our eCom Vantage course in Mastermind did close to $85,000 in sales over 2 days, over the Friday and Saturday. He actually had to stop his sales, and he actually gone well over 100,000, if not more, but he ran out of supply. Literally, he couldn't sell anymore, so he literally cut off his ads for Sunday. Now the question is how did he find such a hot selling product? And I'm going to teach you the method that I taught him to use. It's the method I used back in 2015 when I was doing a lot of drop shipping. I'm no longer in the drop shipping game because I like to focus on POD stuff. But the point is the same method, same idea that I used back in 2015 when I was doing a lot of drop shipping. And what I'm about to teach you guys, and I'm going to be totally upfront with you, it's hard. Okay? This is going to require some work. All right? This is not just go to AliExpress, search, so for example, let's just say type in photography necklace, sort, look at the first 2 pages of stuff that they rank high, and then maybe sort by bestsellers and look at the first 2 pages of that, grab something and throw them up and be successful, okay? First of all, a lot of people fail at that methodology. And the reason why they fail at that methodology, and the reason why, sometimes, I'll tell you, Obero drives me fucking crazy. I mean, they are totally taking advantage of the fact that people are lazy. Okay, they offer these products, these hot, trendy products, right, in their app, and then everyone who's got Obero downloaded goes and tries to sell them. Well, guess what happens when the entire masses run to sell them? Well, because then everyone's trying to sell it and it doesn't sell because everyone's selling it, right? You have 100 people or 200 people advertising the exact same product in the newsfeed on any given day. You're facing a lot of competition. Your odds of success are very low. But the thing is, they're using the Ponzi scheme. Because why do you think Ponzi schemes are successful? Why do you think guys like Bernie Madoff and all these guys, right, who run these platforms, is because they offer very high returns for a small investment, right? Everyone wants something for nothing. Everyone wants to get rich without working. Well, if that's you, do yourself a favor. Stop watching this video right now. Because what I'm about to teach you is going to require work. Okay? I said it before because at the end of this video, I'm going to also give you a chance to join my mastermind or my coaching program. And I only want people who are willing to put an effort into it, my group mastermind. I don't want the get rich quick mindset people. I don't want them. I'd rather have less people of the right people than 1,000 people of the wrong mindset in my group. All right. Now, okay, so let's jump into the method. I call it search deep dive. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to AliExpress, okay, and you are going to do the two types of searches similar to what the other gurus are teaching, but with a major twist here. Okay, so you're going to open up. You're going to have one window where you're just going to have, you're going to search with as the algorithm goes in. I'm going to talk about how the algorithm works here on AliExpress, and then also by bestsellers. But let's just start with searching by the algorithm. Okay, all right. So they're going to suggest certain products on page 1, certain products on page 2, certain products on page 3, certain products on page 4. Now, the question is, you ask yourself, how do these things get ranked? Okay, well, they get ranked highly for numerous factors. One, if there's a manufacturer who's been on AliExpress for a long time, their stuff automatically gets ranked higher. Okay. Number 2, if they've got good reviews, their stuff automatically ranks higher. Okay. So that means that a relatively new manufacturer on AliExpress is at a distinct disadvantage, okay? And also, if their product doesn't get noticed by one of us Shopify or eCom sellers, whether they be in BigCommerce or WooCommerce or whatever, they don't snag that product quickly and start selling it. They start dropping down in the rankings, okay? But just because it drops down in the rankings does not mean that it cannot sell. Let me repeat that. In fact, I'll tell you guys, back in 2015, when I had one necklace that sold 17,000 units, right? We found that on page 12 in the grandma necklace search that we did. Okay, page 12. Okay, now, so what you're going to want to do is, I suggest you skip page 1 because every single drop shipper is going to look at that. Page 2 because another 75% is going to look at that. Page 3 because 50% is going to look at that. Page 4 because 20% is going to look at that, and page 5 because 10% is going to look at that. I want you to start your search on page 6. You just heard me right. Start your search on page 6. And the same thing for bestsellers. Go in to sort by bestsellers, skip page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and start searching from page 6. This is exactly what my student did, okay, based on my advice, and it worked like a charm. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, wait a minute, Chris, I've got a problem here, and here's where the problem lies. How do I know which ones are going to work? They're not the best sellers, right? They're not top ranked, right? How do I know? And I call it, I have a term for this, and people in my mastermind course, I call it hidden gold. Okay? This is the hidden gold. But here's the thing. To be able to go into the mountains, right, just during the California Gold Rush days or the Colorado Gold Rush days, the people who found the hidden gold streams, that was where the true money is, were not the amateur miners. They were the professional miners who had knowledge. Okay, so how do you look at something? How do you go on the AliExpress and you say to yourself, okay, this is the product that's on page 7 of the bestsellers, or page 10 of the bestsellers, even page 20 of the bestsellers. It is not a proven product, but how do I know that that's a potential winner? That if advertised properly, it could sell. And guys, I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of hidden gold on AliExpress. A lot of it it's untouched, untapped, and people just don't even know it. And that is, you become the market master. Okay, now here is where 99% of the people who are watching this video are going to say, fuck, no way I'm doing this. And that's perfect. Great. Go somewhere else. Because I only want to work with winners. All right? You need to know your competition. I suggest you go out and you find the top 5 best-selling stores in your niche, on Facebook and you research them to death. You go over their entire website thoroughly. You know their best sellers, you know their average selling products. You go down their fan pages and you look at the last 6 months of posts. That's right, the last 6 months of posts. And you take a look at every post one by one, whether it's a content post or whether it's a product post. And you look at it and you ask yourself, why was this getting a lot of engagement? Why did it get a lot of comments and shares and likes? Why did it not? And I guarantee you, if you do this, your market knowledge and your understanding of your potential customer is going to shoot through the roof. And then guess what happens? When you have that knowledge, then you can go on the AliExpress and you can go deep into the search and you can find the unproven products and you could say to yourself, wow, that's a potential winner. And this is exactly what this student did. He followed my advice right to the T. And here's the thing, 80,000, he had to stop there because he ran out of supply. He could have easily gone well over 100. In fact, when they got more supply and they kept selling it, and guess what? They're still selling this product to this day. They got a direct relationship with the manufacturer, so they're not going through AliExpress system anymore. So the product is not going up in the searches and the best sellers, and they're still selling this thing today. Okay? You guys think that was interesting? There's so much more different way techniques of finding, research, and developing products. We have 7 hours of training in that in my course in Mastermind. And you can get started today for as little as $100 a month. In fact, I'm so confident in this and what I have to program, my program, and the power of the Mastermind and support you get, that for the first week you join, you can sign up. If you decide within 1 week, Chris, 7 days, Chris, this is not for me, I changed my mind, we will it's 100% ironclad, no questions asked, refund period. We've had 2 people out of 400 some join request a refund. Okay, so that tells me how. I mean, that's the lowest refund rate in the history of digital products or mastermind groups ever. So that's how sure I am that, you know, hey, you're not going to want one, but hey, for any reason whatsoever, if you decide you want one, no problem, no questions asked. You have nothing to lose. I take all the risk for you. If you're interested in I also have a private coaching spot. If you're interested in private coaching, private message me. In the meantime, I will answer any great value. I think you're talking about my course in Mastermind. Yep, great advice. Matt here says Mastermind totally worth it. Good to see you, Keegan. Good to see you, Trevor. All right, guys. Ian says just do it. These guys are coming. They're all members of my group and Mastermind. So there you guys. It's from the members' own voice right there. All right, guys, any questions? I hope you guys take this. This is just the tip of the iceberg, to be honest with you. But what I just taught you is very powerful. Cheers. We'll see you in the next video. And I'll put the link to join my course in Mastermind in the thread below. If you have questions about it, you want to ask me about my course in Mastermind, eCom Vantage, you want to ask me about private coaching, private message me, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.